Hi guys! So today's review I'm actually quite excited because there is a new collection from George at Asda and I bought it all today. I hope I got a good cut of the collection. I didn't want to buy every single product. I actually really wanted to buy products which I would use and then also can use up. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to have a look at is the primer. So this is the matte primer. I think it was £5.50, which for a primer is actually quite cheap. The design is a black tube, as you can see, and a bit of a rose gold design on the bottom. Let's have a look. There we have it. It's a white cream. Smell-wise, to be honest, I can't smell anything. Put it on my hand. It feels quite good. And to be honest, I would just leave it on the hand and let it dry down and let's see how it feels after a while. But yeah, that's the primer. It's 30 ml and for £5.50 that's actually quite a good amount. Ingredients, typical talc, nylon, some really interesting ethanols and whatever. So yeah, but I will have a test later on how my hand is. Then the next thing I picked up 3 different lipsticks. One liquid lip, which is a matte lip, one satin stick, and one matte lipstick. So these ones were completely wrapped in plastic foil. It's kind of good because it protects the product, but the bad thing is, of course, you can't really see how the lipstick really looks like. I had to go after the indication with the sticker on the top. So let's open it up. Rose gold design on the inside as well. Okay, that actually looks quite nice. Does look... yeah, looks similar to the color. Let's give it a swatch. Okay, I do like the color. I wouldn't say it's very opaque. It's a bit half opaque, I would say, not completely, but let's see how it dries down because this one is supposed to be a matte lipstick. Now, the next one is the satin one. This is in the color Rare. I think they had 3 different colors in my local Asda. I'm not sure if they might have actually more colors, but if they have, I haven't seen them. And this was actually one of the lightest colors. The other shades were a bit orangey and one was quite red. So again, black packaging, plastic, and a bit of rose gold on the bottom. Let's put this next to it. Okay, this has more of a mauvey color. Again, quite sheer, but I actually quite like it. Let me actually compare it with this one. Yeah, here you can see it. This is more of a mauvey color and this is more of a nude color. This was color Cloud 9, by the way. And now the matte lipstick. This one I'm actually most interested in. I love the color. This is the color Angel Face. Again, rose gold cap. It's a plastic packaging with a frosted tube. It does look quite nice actually though. The new collection seems to look much more on the luxurious side. Oh, that is very opaque. Then the old collection. It has a very pinky sheen to it. I'll actually leave that on my hand to let it dry down as well, and then we can give it a wipe test later on. Let me close this one. I do like them though. I think lipsticks were roughly £2.50, £3. Again, I will have a look and I will link it in the video below and just list you the prices. It's a very pinky sheen looking at it in the light. When I look at it outside of the light, it actually doesn't look as pink. Oh well. So, next product. They had roughly 4 different mascaras to choose one. I went for this one, which is Vava Volumizing Mascara. Color black. Seems to be quite a big tube. It's 12 milliliters in there apparently. It's one of these silicone brushes with little silicone bristles. Smells like mascara. Doesn't have much smell at all actually. Looks good from the consistency because it doesn't seem to be too fluid, which I quite like. Let me actually know in the comments if you want to give me any feedback later on about the products. Then, next one, I got a blush, and this one is in the color Pretty in Pink. And this one I really, really like the look of it. So I'm quite excited to swatch this, if I can open it. Okay, that one doesn't open at all. Okay, we're back with the blusher. I did manage to open it in the end. It was quite hard to open though. This is again in a plastic packaging, a matte black on the bottom and a clear top. It has seems to have a very light shimmer to it, and I will actually swatch it on the hand where I have the primer on. The primer hand feels very nice, to be honest. I can't really feel the primer, which is good, so it's very lightweight. And I can see where I put on the primer here, it definitely mattified my skin, so that's quite nice. So let's swatch the primer. Let's swatch the blush. Okay. Oh, I do like that. It seems to be very pigmented. Oh yeah, and the ingredients, actually the main ingredient is mica, which is pigment, which is actually really good considering the price. I think this one was £3.50. I definitely do like it. Very nice. Very happy with that one. Then the next thing, I actually also got a concealer and one of their foundations. Sorry for that, my battery actually went empty. The foundation, I got the lightest one they had, which is Ivory. Comes in a tube, 30 milliliters. Let's have a look. Okay. Okay, interesting. Looking at it coverage-wise, I do not think it will be completely full coverage. I would say it's probably semi-coverage, which is fine though. It does actually say lightweight natural radiance foundation. It has SPF 15, which is good. We do like that. And to be honest, I will actually just let it dry down on the back of my hand so we can have a look at it later, how it dries down and if it oxidizes a bit by the end of the video. Then I also got the concealer. This one is in the color Light, Brighten Concealer with Vitamin E. There we have the color Light. This actually still has a bit of foil on it. Let me remove that. There we go. Oh, that one actually feels quite nice. It's definitely very bright. I will also let it be on the back of my hand to dry down a bit, but so far it actually does look quite good. Again, let me know if you want feedback on that one afterwards, like a wear test. What I can say though already, looking at the concealer next to the foundation I have on the back of my hand, the foundation seems to be having a bit of a pinky sheen to it, especially comparing it with the blush, which definitely has a pinky sheen. The foundation looks actually quite similar to that, which is quite interesting. Okay, next one. I got the Loose Mineral Satin Powder. This is just a setting powder. You can also see the main ingredients is talc. It's just a white translucent setting powder. Let's open it up. Oh, that's still closed. So it's the typical setting powder box, but that seems to be actually quite fine because the powder comes already out and goes up in the air. Put a bit in the cap. Bit on the corner of my foundation. Doesn't smell like anything, which is good. To be honest, the foundation doesn't smell like anything either, which I actually quite like because I don't like when something is too highly perfumed. I do like the setting powder. I think I just have to try it out because I'm not sure if this one has a flashback or not. So that would be quite interesting. It doesn't really say. It only says 13 gram. And of course translucent. And let's just try it out. So next product, before I have to actually clean off my hand a bit. It's the Line and Define Liquid Eyeliner. They did have a few other eyeliners. They also had the felt tip one. This color black, by the way. And then they also had an eyeliner stick. Oh, okay. It's a very fine little brush. Let me put that here. It's definitely very liquid. Oh, okay, but to be honest, I'm already quite impressed by it. It's definitely very liquid. It's a little brush on the side, but looking close up at it, I don't know if you can see it, there is no bleeding, which is absolutely amazing. So because usually with cheaper eyeliners you do have the issues that they bleed out, and I do like the black is really good. I'm not sure how it dries down. It does look a bit like on the end where it's getting already dry, that it's drying down matte, which I'm a big fan of, so that's also very good. Let's actually have a look at the foundation again. Yeah, it definitely has a pinky shine to it. Looking at the lipsticks, so this was the matte, this was the satin, and this was the liquid lip. The matte definitely looks matte, but it's definitely going off, so I don't expect that to have amazing lasting power. Same with the satin, immediately comes off. And the liquid lip seems to take ages to dry down because it's still quite fluid, and you can see it completely comes off on my finger, so I don't expect too much of them. And to be honest, I will actually remove them now from the back of my hand because I have some amazing other products, hopefully amazing other products to come, which I need to swatch. So we need to have a bit of space on the hand. Now, the last two products I have. I bought the eyeshadow palette, and I also got the highlighter palette. Ta-da! I will start with the highlighter palette because there are only 4 swatches, and this one just looks amazing. I think this was £5.50, which for a highlighter is really good. It's compared to the other ones, everything else was so far plastic packaging. This is actually a typical cardboard packaging. It doesn't say how much is actually in there. No, it doesn't. And there was no other additional information in there. Okay. Nice thing is to at least it has also some instructions on the inside for anyone who didn't use it, never used highlighter yet, so for them it might be quite helpful. There are 4 colors: Lustrous, Sunset, Goddess and Glow. To be honest, Sunset and Goddess look very similar. Lustrous, as you can see, is quite white, and Glow has this rose gold sheen to it. There's protection on it. Let's take that off. So these ones I'm very excited to swatch. Let's start with Lustra. Oh wow, that is definitely some highlight. Next one, Sunset. Very nice golden. I love it. Then Goddess. Goddess is golden as well, but more a bit of a darker gold. Both seem to have a really slight coppery feel to it as well. And now the last one, Glow. This is the pink looking one. Wow, again, this is very blinding. I think for that price, I can't tell you exactly how heavy the pens are, how much is in there, but I think for that price, getting 4 different highlighters, that's pretty amazing. So I'm very, very happy with that one. They also had a contour palette, but at the moment I don't need any additional contour, so I didn't have to look at them. But they are in the same packaging as this one. And now the last bit, and this one I'm very, very curious to swatch. And I've actually swatched it next to the highlighters just to compare the pigments in these ones. This is the eyeshadow palette, or they call it eye pigment palette. And there you have the color names: Grave, Champagne, Stripped, Reveal, Brownie, Wink, Truffle and Cameo. It's the Nude eyeshadow palette. To be honest, I haven't seen any other eyeshadow palette. They might have another one, but it might not be stocked in my George at Asda yet. Okay, let's open up. There is a brush in there, and on the other side you have a little sponge applicator. Let me actually clean my fingers for that. And then let's get started with the swatches for these ones. So the first one, I'm not sure if it's completely matte because it has a bit of a sheen to it, so it might be a satin color. But that definitely looks like a good transition color. It's a bit powdery, but definitely like it. Then the next one is definitely more of a shine. I like it. It actually reminds me a little bit of one of the highlighters. Then the next one is this golden color. Again, looks a bit like this highlighter. Need some clean fingers. And the next one is a matte one. I'm not sure if you can see it. I do like it. I don't mind it at all. Now it's a brown. I like it, very nice. Now this is this rose gold color. I need a clean finger though again. Let me wipe that quickly. So, wow, I do like that. I'm actually really impressed by this one with the color payoff. Very nice. Now this is a dark glittery brown. Let's put that here. Again, very happy. And then the last one, which is like a very, very dark brown, nearly black. That's actually really good as well. I'm actually really happy that this black is a proper matte black. It doesn't have any glitter on it. So the first one, the lightest one, is definitely more like a satin. I wouldn't say it's completely matte. Then you have the shiny, shiny. These two are definitely matte. And then you have shiny, shiny again, and another matte one. I do find though that some of the shades are very similar to these ones. If you compare, maybe this one, Sunset, and this one in the palette, and maybe these two, they look very similar. Especially on the swatches. But in the pan, not 100%, but a little bit. Oh well, it probably will be a similar formula at the end of the day. It goes both in the face. So overall, I'm very, very happy with the products. Not maybe 100% convinced by the lipsticks, but that doesn't matter. I mean, for that price, they were £2.50. I don't expect too much, to be honest. Just if you want to go out and you want something to last, maybe choose a bit of a better brand. But the eyeshadow palettes I'm really looking forward to use. The blush I'm really looking forward to use. The primer definitely. Not 100% sure about the foundation because it does have a bit of a pink sheen to it. And definitely interested in using the setting powder, and definitely interested in the highlighter, and really, really looking forward also to the eyeliner. I mean, this looked really, really good, and you can see on my hand it dried down completely matte, so I'm very happy with that. I wouldn't say the foundation oxidized so far, but then again, the video is not that long yet. Foundation, yeah, as I said, not 100% sure. Concealer looks really good coverage, but I need to try it out. Okay, that's it for me. Let me know if you want feedback on any of the products after using them.